Hey everybody, it's Michael. I'm back with another expansion overview video. This time for a game that I haven't actually shown you yet, but since Terraforming Mars is very popular, you'll probably have no trouble finding other videos that can introduce you to the game if you don't know it yet. The expansion I want to show you today is Prelude. It's the third expansion. It was published last year in 2018. And what I'd like to do now is show you everything that comes in this box and how to use it. Enjoy! So this is everything that comes in the box. We have 5 new corporation cards, 7 new project cards, a whole bunch of the titular Prelude cards, and a new solo mode. Let's start with the project cards first. Now I won't go into detail for each single one of them, but this one is interesting because it introduces a new concept. This is a so-called wild tag. And basically, once you've played this card, every time you perform an action, you can have the wild tag be any tag you'd like. So you can use it to fulfill prerequisites or even to achieve a milestone. However, you cannot use it for endgame scoring because then you're not taking an action. House printing is cool just because it's, well, houses that are 3D printed on Mars. And this card over here lets you collect microbes on it. And then at some point, when you want to play a plant card, you can remove as much microbes as you like, and they each count as 2 mega credits towards the price of the plant card. Next up, we have the corporations. Veto or Veto is interesting because their effect is that at the start of the game, as their first action, they fund an award for free. So basically, there are only 2 awards left to fund for the rest of the game. And also, whenever they play a card that has a non-negative victory point icon, so basically victory point icon with a number in it, with something in it that's not negative, for example this one counts as well, they get 3 mega credits. And then Robinson Industries, as an action they can spend 4 mega credits to increase one of their lowest productions by 1 step. Then we have the Preload cards. At the start of the game, each player is dealt 4 of those, and they have to choose 2 cards to keep and 2 to discard. And this choice is made together with all the other choices made during setup. So basically you have your project cards, you have your corporations, you have your prelude cards. You can take everything into account and then decide which ones to keep. And after that is done, everybody discards the 2 cards they didn't choose to keep and plays the ones they decided to keep. They don't cost anything and they give you bonuses to kickstart your game. So for example, this mining operations has a building tag. It increases your steel production by 2 and also starts you off with 4 steel. So you can really start building buildings. The metal-rich asteroid lets you raise temperature by 1 step. You gain 4 titanium and 4 steel. Even before the game starts, you can already start working on the terraforming goals. A loan makes you reduce mega credit income by 2, but you gain an additional 30 mega credits. The huge asteroid lets you increase temperature 3 times. Great Aquifer lets you place 2 ocean tiles. The eccentric sponsor lets you play a card from hand, reducing its costs by 25 mega credits. The donation simply lets you gain 21 mega credits. Power generation increases your energy production by 3 steps. Self-sufficient settlement even lets you start off with a city. And finally, a supply drop starts you off with 3 extra titanium, 8 steel and 3 plants. So those were just a few examples. There's a lot of variety in this deck. Before talking about the new solo mode, the old quote-unquote solo mode also works with the Prelude expansion. But if you decide to play with the Prelude cards, then you only get 12 generations to fulfill all the terraforming goals and not 14. And the new solo mode works both with Prelude and without Prelude cards. Again, it's either 14 or 12 generations, and here the goal is to reach a terraforming rating of 63. So you don't have to necessarily fulfill all the terraforming goals, although it's probably a good idea to do so. And there's a new standard project that you can always perform. It costs 16 mega credits and it raises the terraforming rating by 1. And that's basically it. That's Terraforming Mars Prelude. As always, thanks for watching, have fun playing, and until next time, bye bye!